Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. I'm sipping on some tea. We're gonna spill some tea. We got some tea today. Not really. There were a few things that are across my desk that I would like to discuss. Nothing crazy, but topics to talk about for today's video. Talk video, if it flows. I really try not to have a programmed, like a scheduled program. I try to roll with it, flow, and it just kind of starts a good, authentic, genuine conversation. But we'll see how that goes. Normally I do these in the morning, but it's an evening. We're having an evening talk. I was kind of having a lazy day. Not really. I mean, yes, lazier than normal. We went out last night to the Kesha concert. Videos are coming soon. I posted stuff on all my other socials, but not on the YouTube yet. But it was a really fun time. It just brought back so many memories. I feel like we were partying in 2010 again. I was dressed like a whole slut. It was amazing. It was a really fun time. The crowd there was amazing. It just felt like we are the misfits, we're the animals, the warriors, we are amazing. It just felt right. It felt great. But a lot of the true fans were there. You could just feel the energy in the audience. We weren't just there for a photo op or, a good little dance. We were there because the message is beautiful. And we're to support mother, right? Hello. The whole thing was just freedom, power, love, a good time. It was just really fun. You really resonate a lot with it. So I always looked up to Kesha growing up. She is definitely one of my inspirations to just be who you are and to just look a fool and have a great time in life because, I didn't go to bed till close to 2 last night, so I got home, I showered all the glitter off, and the glitter's on the floor permanently. We sprayed the glitter. I literally showered and just got in bed. I didn't even put clothes on. I said, you know what? I was so tired and lazy. I'm like, no, I'm not even putting clothes on. Sorry. It's a lot of work. So I got up. It was rainy. It's another rainy fall day. I'm obsessed with it. I hate that it's going to get hot again soon, but I'm living it up. I'm enjoying the fall 60-degree rainy weather. It's time. We do the same thing. People are complaining that it's so early for fall and why we're all talking about fall. Blame it on what is it, capitalism, retail, and the capitalized. We're always a season or two ahead in retail. So we've been doing fall now for a minute. So we're always ready when it's so hot outside. We can't wait for the cooler weather. So at the little chance of it coming, we're oh my God, crack out the flannel and pumpkins. And then, when it's winter, we will complain. We want summer. It's too cold. That's just the cycle of life. So leave us alone. Shut up. Go sit in an oven. If you love summer so much, go sit in an oven. I love summer too. Until about July and August, like it is now. And then I'm in a whole fall mode. So, take a seat in an oven and shut up. Let us have our pumpkin spice and flannels and leaves and cinnamon candles and, all that fun stuff. I'm actually drinking a fall tea. I'm drinking a hot cider, apple cider tea. It's delish. I think it's the Republic of Tea brand. It's in the cylinder. You can get it anywhere. But anywho, with a little bit of honey. But anywho, I'm loving my fall. I'm so ready. I've been trying to transition a little bit. I've been transitioning styles and my closet. I redid my closet for fall and I have a little bit of things I want to decorate for fall today, but I got lazy, so I'll probably do it next week. I'm off this weekend. I could do it this weekend, but I don't know. I might do something this weekend. I might travel. That's all I'm doing, guys. Let me tell you, I don't know who I am this year. I am living my absolute best life and I don't know how I'm doing it because the bitch is broke. So, but it just goes to show you can do whatever you need with a little bit of money in your pocket. You don't need all these bills, not bills, the ones that are killing us, but dollar bills. You don't need all the dollar bills to do all these extravagant things. You could have a couple of coins and make it work. You just have to really, look through finances. And it's easier too when you don't have a kid, you don't have a boyfriend, no offense. I have my bills that kill me, but I have a little bit of spare change. I have good weeks and bad weeks. I know I do my bills. Whenever Friday comes around, my payday, I pay all of my bills within those 2 weeks, and then I've got my what's left. So then I use that to survive. And if I have, and if I just feel like doing something, going somewhere, that's where the money goes. It goes towards gas. Where I'm bad at is I buy little things throughout life, but it's life. We buy things. I'm not like splurging. I don't have money to splurge like that, but I buy little things like, every few days, like not intentionally, but it's like, it's a sickness with the shopping, but other things too, like home thing, like, it just adds up. All the little things add up. And, I get in my feels slightly, not as much as it used to, but like once in a while, people at work, it's like, must be nice to grab food every single day, at the food court. That's like $12 a day. I don't do that, and I try to think, if I don't use $12 for the food court, I could use that $12 to fill up my car tomorrow. I can use that $12 towards my haircut next week. I could use that $12 towards a shirt that's going to last me probably years versus a lunch that's going to last me 10 minutes, not even. So yeah, I will buy clothes over food. You get what I'm trying to say, though. I make do. I make what I can. But I've done a lot this year. I feel like this year has been like one of my best years in a very long time. It's been years since I felt this good. Like, oh my God. But let me knock on wood, because every time I'm like high, it drops. So, I just have to, I'm learning to maintain things and how to process if I have a bad off day, which I do. But, I just feel like what a year. And sometimes I miss, having a person and, it's normal. But then I'm also like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do things like I do now if I'm in a relationship. I feel like I'm getting to that comfortable point where I don't need somebody. And if I do meet somebody, and it's going to turn me selfish in a way like, well, I miss doing all these things myself. And I guess that's growing up, and that's just what you do. You just give up things in life, the sacrifices, and I compromise when it comes to a relationship. Yeah, I get it. But at the same time, anyway, it's just tough. It really is tough when you're an independent person. It's gonna, yeah. It's been a good year. I have my good times, bad times. The financials have been a little tough, believe it or not, these last few, maybe a month or two, honestly. Since June, maybe end of June, because I had a lot of extra money come in, and it went just because of life. And yeah, I kind of spent a little more than I should have on other things. Like I said, the little things add up. So then I went back to the penny pinching, paycheck to paycheck situation. That's just life. And it, some days I can handle it really good. You just have to talk to yourself kindly and not be hard on yourself. But other days you just have a shit show of a day, and every little thing just seems to be going wrong. So anyway, but we're doing good. We're really doing good. I just saw in the news today. Let's turn the tables. I saw in the news today, and I don't remember the first time this happened, but apparently this is the second time. Well, anyway, Claire's filed bankruptcy for a second time, I think in 7 years. I don't remember the first time, but then it kind of makes sense. When I think about it, you see Claire's kind of everywhere nowadays. You see Claire's at Walmart. I think Kohl's had Claire's for a minute. Like, you see Claire's out and about. The dollar store had Claire's. Now, I miss Claire's. I love Claire's. I have so much crap from Claire's. But I never bought Claire's at a full price. They always had a sale, buy 3 get 3 everything. But I always did the clearance sales. Claire's clearance, let me tell you, 12 for 12, 10 for 10, $1. You have to get it when it was $1. But then again, that was years ago. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought anything from Claire's. It's just expensive for shit that's gonna like tarnish and rust and do this and that. No thanks. Turn your neck orange, because let me tell you, I've had that happen. I used to buy all my phone cases. It was fun back in the phone case era when you changed your phone case every week, every other week. I still have them because they're memories. I won't get rid of them. But yeah, so I'm like, what's going to happen with Claire's? Is Claire's going to be could Claire's be an online thing? And that's where people got their ears pierced. I got my ears pierced at Claire's in 2014. But could they survive online, like a Charming Charlie situation? Could they just continue at Walmart and Dollar Store? And, could they just, who knows? But I feel bad for Claire's. Claire's it's always sad when these stores that we love go out. I want Charming Charlie's back. I want them back in a store. But it's not the same style either. We don't live in the 2010s anymore because that was prime time shopping, prime time Charming Charlie's, prime time Claire's, right? All of our favorite stores, as we know. So yeah, that is sad in the shopping world. What else? Anything else in the shopping world that we should know about? I don't know. We have a Zara coming soon. I'm so excited. It's been coming soon. I'm so excited. Who else? Anything else in the news and fashion? I don't know. Forever 21, I'm not hearing anything. They sell like other brands on their website. I guess that's their way of sticking around, but it's not like Forever 21. So anytime I see a good piece of Forever 21 at like the thrift store or Goodwill, I rack up because you'll never find it again. And I like the old school Forever 21. You can tell by the tags. So, you don't mind my pen. What else? Anything else? In the fashion news? I don't think so. Of fashion, I was looking at fall fashion. I always talk about it. Purple is going to be a thing. Maybe green. A lot of sheer, a lot of asymmetrical pieces. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about asymmetrical. I don't have asymmetrical shit. But you could make asymmetrical shit work if you just tuck things in, things over the shoulder. Like, I don't know, make something up. A lot of mix and match prints, like camo pants with a cheetah shirt, a zebra hat, like very tacky fashion. I love it. Barrel jeans are huge. I love some barrel jeans. So those are great, like balloon, like parachute jeans, but they're fitted, like still, but like the legs, oh, great. Anything else? I don't know. I've been doing some fashion ideas and getting some videos together. I did a denim on denim video. I posted that. I don't think I posted it on YouTube. I forgot to actually do that on YouTube, but it's on my other socials, TikTok and such. Yeah, that's all I got in the fashion news. One thing I didn't talk about, and well, I haven't made talk videos in a while, but one thing I had not talked about, should we talk about it now? The Coldplay situation? Let's. Hello. It's not even like I don't have much to say. I mean, you're dumbasses. You're right. They're dumb. They're dumb. But what really like put the icing on the cake of the situation was that he, I think, is, and I haven't heard updates since this came out, that he is suing Coldplay. Comical. Is there, I don't think there's a law. I don't think there is a case. You got caught, you lost your job, you lost your family. And mind you, you should be saving your CEO dollars, because he's a CEO, was. You should be saving your CEO dollars, because that's a lot of money you're going to be putting into lawyers and court costs. And Coldplay, I'm sure, is lawyered up, because Coldplay is Coldplay. I'm sure he's got lawyers got lawyers, and lawyers. Like, the court system's got their situation to take you down. So I would be saving my dollars as a CEO, because the money will run dry. Coldplay's not going anywhere. His money's coming in. He's probably banking on you more now, because people know. I mean, we always knew Coldplay, but like now when we see Coldplay, we're thinking of affairs. So it's like, I think Coldplay got a little bit more of a fan base, a couple of more coins in the wallet. They sleeping well. And you're sleeping with her, anyway. I don't think that you can sue, because that's like a public outing of a place. Are you really breaching privacy? Like you're at a game, like where they do kiss cams that have been around for who knows how long, forever. Like, is there really a case that he shot you? Do you think it was intentional? No, it's not intentional, because the people who run the camera pan thing don't know, well, they're having an affair unless you have a connection. Now, here's a thought. Hey, let's get into a creative theory. The wife or the husband of said affaired people were suspicious, right? Okay, so this is great. I'm dramatic, by the way. Thank you. So they had suspicions, I bet. Okay, I feel like Wendy Williams. So they had suspicions. They knew that they knew somehow that they were going to some kind of game. Somehow it got out that they're going to the game. Somebody found out that one or both were going to the game. They knew the guy who does the panning system, who works at the game, at the Coldplay concert, at the venue, the arena, whatever. And they were like, "Hey, can you get this? Can you get some proof? I need some proof that that something's up. Something's up. I need you to get some proof that they are up to something." And they got the shot. A-list cheating, like cheaters, like they need a raise. If anything, he needs a raise. Perfect theory. Let's go. Let's run with that. I love it. That is fine with me. Oh, God. We love being creative and crazy and dramatic, obnoxious, all of the above. Guys, I felt so good last night. I was very obnoxious. I am an obnoxious person. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe. I feel like this whole year I've just been in a different kind of era. Like, it takes me back like 10 years ago when I was in this, like, you know. But I was obnoxious looking last night. But, you know, and I'm hard on myself because it is not socially acceptable to show any kind of femme or feminine traits as a gay man. But, you know, and I get hard on myself nowadays when I go into more of my feminine sides. There's no doubt, I've got both. We all have both traits. But, you know, if you're like a femme gay, it's like a whole other, like, oh my God, devil, like demons. Nobody wants anything to do with you. The only way to get any kind of attention, if you want it, or just like it just happens, if you're showing some kind of manly trait, a muscle, a flex, a shirtless, whatever, you know, legs, like, you know what I'm talking about. But I will say, like last night, for example, like when I dressed up, like my outfit was outfitting, okay? Body was body and leg, you know, we snatched, okay? Like, and it was clearly, I'm at heels on, like we were giving Kesha 2010 slut, feminine vibe, like, you know, it was the whole thing. I was like iconic at the place last night, not to brag in that kind of way, but like people kept stopping me. The amount of compliments that I've gotten on this outfit that I wore, like, it just makes you feel good. Like, not in a egotistical, if that's the right word, like, not in a bad way to where you're like, like where you think you're better, but it does make you feel good. You know, and I always had my first ex kind of tear me down on that, where it's like, but I had it right all along because, you know, some people like attention for the wrong reasons. But for me, it just made me feel good. Not just because I had some trauma, but because, like, it feels good to get a compliment. You know, I felt good. Like, last night was a night. And it really make you feel, like, I know I'm obnoxious. And I wear obnoxious outfits. Not always, but, you know, I love a fun look. I get fashion, honey. But it just feels good, you know. So, why did I bring that up? I guess because we were talking about being obnoxious. Love it. Let's talk about trauma, honey. Let me tell you about trauma that I endured maybe 2 weeks ago, couple weeks, I don't know. So, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. No, 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's start with this. The universe works in such mysterious ways. I always knew that. But when I tell you the universe was looking out for me, thank God the universe woke me up before my alarm clock. It's not too often nowadays that I wake up before my alarm clock, but thank God I woke up before my alarm clock. It's 6 o'clock. No, it's a little before 6 in the morning. All is well, so I think, you know. I don't remember fully now if I'm on my bed. My end table is right here. Like, here's me, here's end table. You might know where I'm going with this in a way, but it gets good. So I think I'm looking this way. I'm facing, this wall, but, I know where my phone is. It's like a whole routine every morning. I go to grab my phone, check it, do things. but I'm not looking at and it's pitch black in the room, mind you. It's black, it's dark in the room. I have a TV on, but it's not like on, but it's like the screensaver. It turns off, whatever. So I'm looking this way. I'm going to reach my phone. I grab my phone, and then something just like, yeah, whatever. So, and I have a good reaction time, but sure enough, everything is flung across the room. I fly across the room because I'm like, what in the world? Naked, by the way. So I'm like screaming bloody murder. It's like a whole scene. I'm waking up everybody. Like, I'm naked. I can't even get to my closet because I don't know what. Is there like an animal in my room? Like, what in the world was that just had a seizure over my arm, over my phone? And my whole thought, I'm thinking, was this thing on my bed while I was sleeping? That's the worst part. But anyway, it's like a whole scene at this point. So I run to turn a light, and I'm like half asleep still, kind of, you know, when you're like waking up, your eyes are like, you know, stuck to your face and you're just like, you can't see. And then I have eye pain in the morning, only in the morning. It's weird. So I'm like trying to get myself together. I put the light on. There is a snake on the floor. So, I'm like in disbelief for a second. I'm like in denial. I'm like, no, surely not. Surely this is not a snake. But then I'm like, there's nothing else this could have been. And it looked like it was a snake. But it was all like, you know, in this little wiggly looking. I was like, how the F did this snake? I mean, it wasn't a huge snake, but it's still a snake. Dark brown snake. Like, how in the world did it get in the house, in here? Like, vents, and was it on me while I was sleeping? It could have been on my face, you know. So I'm like, I'm going through all these things, but I'm like, I got to do something. I don't have anything, like, I'm not prepared, clearly. You don't think this is going to happen. So, so I run to go grab a broom, and hoping to God he's not gone. So I got the broom. He's there. He's still here. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, anything bigger, I probably would have called the cops. Because I'm like, how do I get this snake out of here? Like, do you have animal control's number? Are they even up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Like, can you just call the ambulance because I'm about to have a stroke, you know? Call the fire department because I'm about to just burn the whole building down, torch it all. I don't need it anymore. It's all yours. Like, you know, I'm like, all these thoughts are in my head. Do I even need a home? So it's a whole thing. So I smack it and I keep it on the floor. Like, I hold it on the floor with the snake. And of course the snake is like, yeah, like, you know, it's a whole thing. So I'm like, what do I do? So I don't know what made me thought of this, but I opened the bedroom door. I'm like, I gotta get it out of the house, okay? But, so I don't know what made me think. I don't know if he moved, like he made a movement, so, like, not attack, but, you know, he's probably scared. And I love when people say, no, they're more scared of you than you are of them. I'm like, bullshit. You're in my house. I'm scared of you more. Like, he should have thought of that before he came into my house, my presence, my property. So I swung him into the living room. And I lose him. The mistake that I made. So I'm like, oh my God, he's a dark brown snake. My floors are dark brown. Where did he go? And, you know, they're kind of fast. Am I going to step on it? So I'm tearing up the house because I'm like, I will not, I have to go to work. I'm like, no, I'll call out. I'm not going to work until snake is out. And the whole time too, I'm thinking this is like more of a baby snake, but still like, not big, but not small. I'm like, oh my God, the mom's gonna be like, where's my child? You bitch. Like, I looked up online that they have a sense if they feel threatened. And I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be a whole party here now. It's gonna be a whole attack on me. But long story short, I found the snake and I hit him again. And I kept him, and it was easier because it's carpet. Was hard to like swing him out. But I got him out. But, so it was easier to kind of like swift him through the floor, like the hardwood floor. And I opened that front door and I just ding out the door, and he smacked the neighbor's door. And it was kind of loud. I was like, oh, well, that's their problem now. And then he was gone. Like, I'm like, oh my God, did I even throw him out of the house? Or like, Like, is he gone? Like, where? Like, he's fast, so he must have went under, like, the baseboards or something of the door, their door. I'm like, okay, their problem. But I was like, oh my God, and my dog, she could have been like, what is that? You could have hurt my doggy. So that was my traumatic morning. So still to this night, I wake up like almost every hour, and I usually don't ever wake up in the night, in the middle of the night. I sleep straight through. I'm a good sleeper, but I've been waking up like every hour, like just consciously like looking over like the table, the floor, like is there something in here, like every hour. So that's no fun, but that was my day. That was my morning, the other morning. So fun time. Fun time, guys. On that note, we're going to go because this is a long video and I got things to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk video. Leave a comment down below on anything you want that you want me to talk about, or just whatever. What are you doing right now? What are your fall plans? Leave a comment down below. That'd be that, and I'll get back to you. So that'd be that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.